Of the big chain pizza places that I've had, I've been on record multiple times saying, at least near me, that Papa John's is my favorite. So we're doing our episode of the best, where we highlight the best order from each restaurant or in each category in the year of 2024. And this is the most obvious one because the pizza is they put Shaq's big ass head on here. But there's also more parts of it with Papa John's. I have a lot of different things I do with Papa John's that if you're new to the channel, you might not have seen, or you may not like know you can do that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, man. We got an order of their side and then an order of their dessert. Can't do too much because this is an order I would just eat by myself. Let's get into this video. We're gonna start off. This is my favorite pizza from any chain. It is this specific one though. It has to be like the way that I get it. Papa John's Shaq-a-Roni is an extra large New Yorker with extra cheese and pepperoni. That's how it comes. I do a lot of different things to it, but that's how it starts off. So let me show you how I do mine. Yep. Let me break this down for you real quick. I'm so excited to eat this because this is just an absolutely S tier type of pizza if you know what to do with it. What I do to mine that's different, I get mine with extra sauce, extra cheese, extra pepperoni. This time I added spicy Italian sausage, and then I asked him to run it through the oven twice. So it's extra well done. You can tell by the burnt edges that normally Papa John's pizzas don't look like this. So don't tell me this is how it comes. It doesn't. You have to ask for him to run it through twice. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to do this a lot of places. I did try this one time just for experiment's big back sake. If you take it to the crib, just put it in the oven again. Put it in the oven for another 5 minutes at 350 on a pizza sheet, and it'll come out the same way. I did it. So, just so you know. And then you got to freak this new puppy. I'm excited. Here we go. So you start off with the special seasoning. Got to get all this on here. It's very important. 1 packet each, the special seasoning. Then you get the Parmesan cheese. You got to come out here in the front. There we go. And then, of course, you end off, I don't know why it's on both sides. You get the crushed red pepper. Can you tell I'm excited? I love this damn pizza. This is like they should call this the King Special, bro, because this is like my pizza. Look at the booty on that. That's how you, nice dark booty. Oh, boy. All right. So here we go. There's Papa John's, and then there's this Papa John's. You gotta get this Papa John's. Let me get spicy garlic dipping sauce. I always go with spicy garlic. Every once in a while, I got trolled. Every once in a while, I'll do the buffalo or the cheese. Threw a buffalo in there, so I ain't mad at that either. We go in like this. Bang. Pepperoncini. Clear the sinuses out because I still got a cold. I've gotten this on Friday nights after being out with the boys and eating this whole thing. This exact pizza. A little bit of buffalo. One thing that you'll see when I do all these best orders in any chain, 99% of the time I get my pizza well done, and 90% of the time they don't actually make it well done. That's why I've said a lot of times, if you eat out of like the same place a lot of times, get to know the people who are there. I tip, I ask questions, I'll be talking to them, and because of that, it really does help. Any restaurant that you frequent, and I'm a regular at this place at this point, you can really get this hooked up like this, and it's so much better than if you just ask them for a pepperoni pizza. This is easily the best thing at Papa John's. Just like every pizza place that we have done, I'm saying the best, but it doesn't mean it's the best order you can get from there. It doesn't always mean it's the best of any pizza place. The problem that I have with Papa John's, I'm not the biggest fan of their sides. Of the big chain pizzas, they might be last with the amount of things that I like from there. What I like, I like. And this is one of the few things. Best part about this, you get an order of these wings right here. They really got these on today. These are their honey chipotle wings. You get 6 in an order just like Pizza Hut. This costs $6.99. Pizza Hut, this costs $12.99. I think $6 better. So this might be better in that opinion. But their honey chipotle sauce is also pretty good. Make sure you I order my wings well done the same way. Gotta ask for well done. Their sauce, obviously with the chipotle, their honey chipotle sauce, I think Pizza Hut has a better wing and sauce. This is a little smoky, not as sweet as the Pizza Hut. The biggest drawback with this one, in my opinion, their actual wing is, it has that like, that Tyson wing kind of taste where it's like kind of fatty. I don't know how to explain that. But it's got that fatty taste to it that you get when you get frozen wings. And I know all the places do frozen wings, but Pizza Hut doesn't have that. Other than that, they have papadillas, they have boneless wings, they have these wings, and they have like garlic nuts and stuff like that. They just don't have the options the other places have. So if I'm getting anything, it will be these or the garlic parm wings. Those are the only two sides that I like. Pizza Huts are better, but are they $12.99 as opposed to $6.99 better? No, absolutely not. Also got some diet. This Pepsi Zero Sugar, not Diet Pepsi. They have a difference. Still ain't Coke Zero, but it's good. I always get it every time I go there because, again, like the dude's always like, hey, take a 2-liter when he sees me, and I'm like, cool, thank you, bro. So I'm not gonna not accept Pepsi. People think I'm married to Coca-Cola. I'm not necessarily married. I'll cheat. Like, I don't got a problem with Pepsi. Do I prefer one over the other? Yeah, but to me, cola at the end of the day is cola. So cheers. Pepsi Zero Sugar is slightly better than Diet Pepsi, but I still prefer Coke. Don't get it wrong. Listen, Pepsi, you want to throw me some money? I'll drink it. I ain't got a problem with it. And finally, we have the best dessert from the dad. This is easy money for me. I know a lot of people disagree with this. I don't know what y'all are on. This is the best thing at Papa John's on the dessert menu. The cinnamon pull-aparts are elite, in my opinion. One of my favorite overall desserts from any of these chain pizza places. Not Domino's lava cakes level, but damn close. Cinnamon pull-aparts, it's like monkey bread, man. They got the cinnamon, the icing, and they pull them apart. They're so fire, bro. This is a win for me. No, look at these. I'll tear them up. One thing I have to say. Let's stick to the pros first and get ahead of myself. Papa, the dad, I know the actual dad don't have anything to do with it no more. I actually saw a podcast the other day. He was rating other pizzas and being like, oh, this is better now. They changed my recipes. You just salty. You shouldn't have said that stupid Lost it. Anyway, it used to be on the Papa Pairings menu, and y'all took it off. So now it's $9.99 and not $6.99. Y'all are not slick. Y'all are not slick. But even with that, I still love them. I love cinnamon rolls. I love monkey bread. It's like that perfect cinnamon pull-aparts to me. I'll say eat the whole damn thing. And if you really got it going, get some vanilla ice cream with this. Knock your socks off. I'm not doing it today. Christmas is coming. I'm going to try not to go too crazy with the food. So, that's what that is. But if you never had these at Papa John's, you really need to just go ahead and try them out. Absolute heat. In fact, get them away from me right now. So as we continue on with this The Best series, I do want to double down and just make sure people understand with the franchise, not with the location or mom and pops that we're doing, because we're doing both. I say this every single time, and I'm going to say it again. Please understand locations matter. So if I tell you that Papa John's is the best, it may not be the best in your area. You may unfortunately be in a place where it's a really poorly run Papa John's or a dirtier Papa John's, and it might be a location they don't clean it as well, and your Pizza Hut may be better or whatever. So in my area, again, this is the newest one of the three. It's the cleanest one of the three. It has the best customer service of the three, and they don't get orders wrong. The other two places, I almost always have an issue. The Pizza Hut that I go to actually still has a freaking red roof. If you don't get what I'm saying, It's been there since like the 80s. It's old. The red roof, it's chipping the paint. It's one of the few red roof ones left around here. All the other ones are newer and better run. It even has the dine-in area still there, but you can't eat in it. Like, it's only to go, but they still, I guess they, whatever the lease is, they're probably still on it, or I don't know what the difference is, but they don't have to. And then my Domino's is the second newest. They have an issue with like just screwing up my orders. If you watch, there was one time I ordered pizza, I got an entirely different pizza than I ordered. And, I ordered a pizza with a bunch of toppings, came with no toppings. I had to go back and get it just to make the video. So I know there's a lot of people that make like definitive statements about like, oh, Papa John's is trash. Or that if it's something that you don't like about how the pizza was cooked, it may not be that it's trash. If you don't like the way the sauce tastes, then probably. But other than that, a lot of times it's location based. So I always tell you, if you have more than one location in like a really close area to you, try the other one and then see. If you don't care, then don't do it. I'm just making it known that you probably might be missing out on something. Which leads me into my weird ass TED Talk that I've tend to have been having this entire time as I finish my other portioned out slice of pizza I'm about to eat today. I've touched on this a couple of times, but when it comes to like general blanket statements, you have to understand that that is not how the world works. The world does not operate in black and white. And there's too many people that make statements about groups of people, types of food, whatever it is, where it's always like, this is a definitive statement and I don't care what you say, you're wrong. Most arguments when it comes to these days, I keep saying it's SEC football. And that's just this like tribalism type of attitude where as long as you're on my side, you're right. If you say anything that goes against my side's beliefs, you're wrong. And it happens a lot of times where you get a lot of people that stick to, for example, say I was a person who made like one of them I don't like women weirdo podcasts. And all of a sudden I was like, women are okay. And then everybody turned on me. All of the other creators and that's what tends to happen with a lot of things, with politics, religion, you name it. Most topics, most arguments, most situations, there is always nuance to them that people tend to leave out. I'm sure most of you know by now that TikTok more than likely is getting done. And there's a lot of creators and people on the app that are upset about it. And I know a lot of you watching have this thing where you're like, well, get a real job, or influencers, and they're all entitled, and this one, that's a blanket statement. And this is where the nuance comes in. People tend to point the finger at the influencers that try to pull rank. The you don't know who I am type of person, or I made this amount of money type of person. That's a very small percentage of people who make videos on the internet. Like, extremely small. You're talking about all these people making millions of dollars. Extremely small. That are making millions of dollars. That are making six figures. Extremely small. Most people, it can either be a supplemental income or something of that nature. And for some people, it is their primary source of income, but they're still just paying their bills. They're just making ends meet like everybody else. And if you were fortunate enough to be in a profession where you were able to make money and support, and some people might be supporting their families with that money. Some people may be, like just paying off debt. I don't know what it is. And I get that the job may be easy. Then I'm not talking about the actual job, but saying that you can't stand all influencers. I don't like the term influencer. I never called myself that. I think it's dumb. I don't even call myself a food critic. Like, people say that. I just say I make food content, which I do. I just make food videos. Like, I don't know how I'm doing these videos. I just do them. But there's also a lot of people who run their business and their primary way of making money is on TikTok. And they've got to find a new way. And I'm not saying that you can't be like, well, you'll land on your feet somehow. If you have the right work ethic, I'm sure you will. But it's still scary to get fired from your job because it's gone, So if I worked for any type of place and then they close the whole factory down and I got to find another job, it's scary. And I know some people have this sort of feeling towards anybody who makes videos of any sort on the internet that, haha, you should have worked a real job. I get that. I'm not saying that you can't say those things, but again, I hope the people, and I know for the most part people do believe this, about me. I hope most people watching the video know that I'm not like that type of person where I walk around thinking I'm better than anybody. I know there's a lot of people that like watch these videos that don't like me. Like, I know that. Like, hi, how you doing? I still love you, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still a scary situation for some people, and they will land on their feet. I don't think at any point it is okay to make a statement about any group of people who exist that is one size fits all and blanket. And that's the sort of thing that we're more running towards now, is everybody's either on one side or the other without that nuance in between. If you don't like a specific online personality because of the things that they do, that is an absolutely okay and warranted thing a lot of times. But if you don't like someone just because they are a person who makes online videos, do you see the difference? And that's something that I think we need to get back to, is that nuance. Where every take on the internet has become this black and white thing because they're doing it to profit off of you. They're doing it because they want you to either agree or be pissed off. That's how you engage with videos. That is a bait tactic that a lot of people do. They call it grifting now. It has just become all you see on the internet. People make this general blanket term statement knowing it's going to piss people off or they're going to agree with them. And all it's doing is making more SEC football arguments where you're on this side of the bleachers or this side. You suck, you don't, boo, doesn't matter. And I have a problem with that. So just be careful with all that stuff, man. I'm not like saying you can't have opinions. I'm just saying those opinions still have nuance. That's how we've gotten into this thing where there's a bunch of dudes that think all these girls are making spicy content pages, or that every woman thinks that dudes are just catcalling them on the street and stuff like that. It doesn't absolve the fact that there are a lot of douchey people out there, but not everybody, just because they are that, makes them that. Big ass difference. At the end of the day, just be good people, man. I love y'all. Papa John's, my people. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man, and hand signs. They made it to YouTube.